Hey guys, welcome to this reading. If you are interested in purchasing this deck, Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides, you are in the right place. In this reading, we're going to go through the deck and the guidebook and the cards, and then at the end I'm going to do like a little interview reading to see what this deck's strengths are all about. Alright, so this is called Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle Cards. It is 44 card deck, and it is by Stephen D. Farmer, and it says the illustrations are by B. Sturgis. And on the back, it just has a little information about it. Pause the screen if you want to read that. And it shows a few of the cards, what they look like. And the deck opens, the box opens like this. I've had this deck since probably like 2017, so it's about 5 years old now. So it's a little scratched up, but that's okay. I have gotten a lot of use out of these cards, and I really do enjoy them. Here's the guidebook. And here are the cards. I will go through each card here so you can see what the deck is all about. They do come in ABC order to begin with, but I have shuffled them countless times, so it's no longer like that. Okay, we got Shark, Unicorn, Spider, Manatee, Kiwi, Octopus, Walrus, Polar Bear, Cat, Gorilla, Honeybee, Chimpanzee, Cheetah, Boar, Roadrunner, Falcon, Grouse, Dog, Camel, Tiger, Seagull, Pueo, an owl, Hawaiian owl, Condor, Ladybug, Wolverine, Weasel, Mountain Goat, Goose, Platypus, Elk, Emu, Panda, Cardinal, Chameleon, Peacock, Zebra, Penguin, Rattlesnake, Meerkat, Humpback Whale, Snow Leopard, Tortoise, Mouse, and the Blue Heron, which is the animal on the back of the cards. So that is the deck. It is chock full of plenty of animals, and they all have messages here on the bottom for you. So now let's look at the guidebook here. All right, it looks just the same as the cover. It has information on the back about the author, that is Stephen D. Farmer. It says that he's a shamanic practitioner, ordained minister, and licensed psychotherapist. And he's author of many cards, books, and he has a radio show, The Shamanic Hotline, on Hay House Radio. This is by Hay House, published by Hay House. All right. So let's get into this book here. Okay, it says For Our Ancestors. Okay, it shows the contents and it gives instructions about working with these cards. I'll read just a little bit here. The phrase animal spirit guides is just what the name implies. Spirit guides who are in animal form. Sometimes they're called spirit animals, totem animals, or power animals. While the specific meanings may vary, they can all be referred to as animal spirit guides. And they will come and help you if you just ask. Okay? And it's talking about that whether you're a beginner or an experienced reader, it's easy to use these cards. Talking about how to use a new deck, connecting with the cards, storing your cards. It says you can put an animal on top of the cards and ask it to protect the deck. That's very cool. And then here it talks about how you can do the readings. It's saying, like, ask a question and pick a card, or you can pick 3 cards and do past, present, future. It's also asking some specific questions. What do I need to know today? What do I need to know about this person? Which animal guide would be best for me to work with right now? Okay, and it's talking about invoking an animal spirit guide. It says they'll come to whomever sincerely calls upon them. That means that you must envision it and feel it and ask it and truly want it and not just think it's a joke. You must take it seriously. Okay, and then it goes into the descriptions for all of the cards. And it has an about the author section. And it has a little note section here, so you can write some notes. And then more information about the publisher. So that is this deck, Messages from Your Spirit Animal, from your animal spirit guides. I always say from your spirit animals, but that's not what it's called. So let's look at what this deck has for strengths and whatnot. Okay, so first we're going to ask the deck to tell us about itself. Okay, so what card is best for you to tell us about yourself? Here, deck, tell us about yourself. Okay, it seems like I need to do some more mixing up. Alright, the first question will be, tell me about yourself. The second question is, what are your strengths as a deck? I'm going to move this away so that we have room to put the cards. Okay, what are your strengths as a deck? Okay, I'll take that. Strengths as a deck. What are your limits as a deck? And what are you here to teach me? And how can I best learn and collaborate with this deck? And what is the potential outcome of our relationship? Okay, that one just fell on the floor. All right, let's see what we got here. The first question is, tell me about yourself. Okay, we got the cardinal. It says, the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. So it seems like this deck is all about helping you to realize what is happening in your life, the good and the bad, and help you bring it back into balance. Okay, so if you have any questions or you don't know the answers, this deck can help you to discover some answers. Okay, and the cardinal is very well known for ancestors coming back to help you. And I want to say, yeah, in the guidebook here, the first page says for our ancestors. So isn't that beautiful? I take that as a confirmation that our ancestors are here helping us with this reading right now. That's so beautiful. Next, we have the shark. Okay, what are your strengths as a deck? The strengths say trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. So this deck is strengths is to help you discern the truth of the situation and to follow your instincts. Most of the time, the cards are in line with what you were thinking. You just have to believe what you're thinking, what your instinct is telling you. And number 3, what are your limits as a deck? Let's see what it says here. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. So in other words, the limits of this deck is that you are in control of how you interpret this energy and how you put forth the advice into the world, if you take it or not. Yeah, I think that's what it's saying. If you are choosing not to listen, the cards can't really do anything about it. Yeah, I feel like that's, I want my rational mind says there's more to it, but I don't think so. I think that's it. The way that you put yourself into the world, the way that you take the advice, this deck cannot control what happens after you leave this space. So what are you here to teach me? Okay, it says do a walking meditation each day for the next week. So I'm definitely feeling when you do meditation, walking meditation, it's recognizing and gaining awareness of what's happening around you. So I think that's what this card is saying here. Looking closer at what's really going on, seeing, like the little bee on the flower that you wouldn't noticed if you would never walked past that flower or looked closely, that kind of thing. This deck is here to teach you to look at situations with a new perspective, closer. Maybe this deck is like gives you action, tells you what to do next if you don't know. And it's very entwined with nature. Okay, I was looking out my window and I saw this vine wrapped around a bush's branch. So that's what I'm getting is like, if you want to work with nature, this is a very, very good deck for you to work with. And any of these animals, if you see these animals, take it as a confirmation that it is the truth. Okay, so a bird, it doesn't have to be a cardinal, any bird. A chameleon can be any kind of lizard. A shark, any type of shark. This kiwi is a flightless bird, and if you don't live in Australia, it's unlikely that you're going to see one, but take this kiwi as a bird symbol. Okay, it doesn't have to be a kiwi. But you know what I just got the thought of? A quail. A quail is a really small bird, and for the first time ever the other day, I was at the store and I never really look at the egg section. I just grabbed the eggs. But I actually took a moment to look at the eggs, kind of like how we're talking about here, looking at everything and taking it all in. And I saw they had quail eggs there. And I was like, what? I've never seen this before. And then last night, we watched a cooking channel before bed, and they were cooking quails. So 2 days in a row, I got something about quails in my life, and I don't think about them very often. So I need to look into that more. Maybe the universe is trying to give me a message. So I just want to talk about that. as an example as to finding signs from the spirit animals. So let's move on to the last two cards. How can I best learn and collaborate with you? We have the Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Okay, the Honeybee is always on a mission to get something done, and it's cute and fuzzy and sweet, but the moment that you do something to make it feel threatened, it will come and poke you with its stinger and show you its true power, or the power that the potential that it doesn't want to act, but you like poked and prodded it out of them. So they poked you back. So how can I best learn and collaborate with you? It's saying everyone has two sides to them. Try to stay compassionate and forgiving while reading these cards, because then you will get the most out of the situation. Do not deny the messages that the cards are trying to give you. Okay, and what is the potential outcome of our relationship? The grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So immediately I just read express yourself. So this deck can help you express yourself. But I will say there are multiple cards in this reading that tell you to go out and be active. Like this one, do a walking meditation. This one's telling us to do some dance moves, to do some music things. So this, I'm getting the message that what's the potential outcome of the relationship between you guys? This deck is going to help you recognize what's inside and see how you can do better on the outside. Okay, I'm getting the message to pull one more card. Okay, 4 of them came out, so I'm just going to go with the flow here. They kind of just fell. Let's see what we got. Gorilla. Take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. I just want to clear this away so that we have more space. Okay, take time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Okay, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you are capable of doing so. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. And act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. So it definitely seems like this might be a reading for you to listen to your intuition, get help from your family, listen to your family, and if something needs to get done, act on that opportunity. But I think this is also the cards showing you another way of how they can help. Okay, it is giving you direction here. It's telling you to get support. It's telling you to act on the opportunity. It's telling you to provide leadership. It's telling you to take time to listen. So if these cards resonate with you, I would definitely recommend purchasing them. I have used them for, like I said, 5 years now, and every time I come back to them and use them again, I get this new layer of understanding about them. And I'm getting the message to say that a tiger is my spirit animal. When I was like 4 years old or 5 years old, I colored myself with orange and black markers all over my body. Washable, luckily. But that, that just shows like way back in the day, I knew my spirit animal. And if you can imagine what kind of animal a tiger acts like, or is, they kind of like hide out in the background until they're ready to pounce. And so I feel like that is an important message, not just for me, but for you. I want you guys to recognize that any animals that you may have felt a connection with in the past are part of your animal totem. They are the animals that your energy most connects with, the animals that you can call upon to get strength when you need strength. And oftentimes they just show up in your life as a reminder of something. So if I'm challenging you now, if you made it this far, I'm challenging you to listen. I'm sorry, not listen. List 5 animals that you feel like you've had an affinity with in the past. Maybe you like the pattern of their coat. Maybe you see them all over the place. Maybe you've been drawing them in notebooks since you can remember. Maybe you have owned multiple of them as pets. Whatever it is, write them down and then research on the beautiful internet that we have all of their qualities and traits and see how that can help you. All right, and if this deck is what you are looking for, I'm so glad to have helped you discover through this reading. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like this video if it helped you, and love and light to you, my friend.